because I want to show you how we're warming them up to be inside the room. And we bring them out here. Of course, we've done this for 10 days now. Oh, he needs some water. We'll let him have some water. This is real life here. Go ahead, have some water, buddy. So we start them out in the yard. We're not using food anymore. And that's an example of what, if you do it this way consistently every day, after a while you don't need food. Although I would have you guys do the food part for a while before you get to this this phase that we're at right now. Come here. But once you instill that pattern in them, and this is how they do it every day, you start phasing the food out, because that's what you want to do anyway. You want to have them just be good together in a normal circumstances where you're not having to give them all food to keep them in the right attitude when they're together. So here we are in the yard. We're not using food. We're just going to do like a couple minutes of training, and then we're going to move into the living room. So everybody, start your dogs. Okay. Start your engines. Get your dogs next to you. Just everybody's in their own little corner there. I'll be here. You guys be right there. Do a sit. Okay. Attempt your sit-stay where you step away from the dog, please. I've got the most difficult one, apparently, this little white fluffy one here, named Murphy. But all this is teaching them self-control. They know this is the way it goes. If they get up and make a mistake, we're just going to put them back. They know that. So go back next to them, everybody. Stand next to your dog. Say, okay, and do a little left circle. And go back to where you were. And now say down.
Down.
Down. Down. Now we'll do a down stay. And of course, you always want to use leashes because of your issue with the dogs, because the leashes are your training wheels right now. It's your safety. And if anything goes wrong, especially in the next couple of months when you're doing this, you want to be able to grab the leash and save a dog. Because although, excuse me, I almost called him the wrong name because we have another American Bulldog. Yes, Bruce. I was trying to call him Reggie because we have another dog named Reggie. So Bruce is not going to attack them, but he certainly won't put up with Murphy or Roxy picking on him. So definitely you don't want to let them just go at it. Like I think Grace got some advice to let them go at it. That's bad advice, and that's taking a huge chance. You're going to get a little dog really hurt badly. All right, so we're good here. So now the next part of the video is going to be us in the living room. Here we are in my little living room, and I believe it's a bit smaller than yours, definitely more closed in. And what we're doing, I'm doing this exactly the way I want your family to do this. You need to use high value rewards. And are you giving her little pieces? So why don't you show her that you have some, so because she's looking at me, she thinks she's going to get it from me. It's just like a little tiny piece of a hot dog. I'm using Whole Food brand jumbo old-fashioned hot dogs. It's inexpensive, they're healthy. It's not like the crappiest hot dog you can get. It's like real nice and juicy. They love that, but they're tiny, tiny pieces. So you could make one hot dog last for all the dogs, like one hot dog a night. Just cut it in 3 pieces and then just squeeze off little bits. And they have no interest in each other because the last, however many days it's been, we come in here and this is where they get their special stuff when they're together, only when they're together. They only eat their normal, dry, boring stuff, which is just fuel for them to make sure they get enough by themselves in their crates. But when they're together, that's when they get the good stuff. They pay attention to the humans, not each other. There's no time for going after each other because we bring them in one at a time. And for example, you bring Bruce in first, bring him in second, Roxy in third, or whatever you want to, combination you want. But everybody's eating hot dogs as soon as they come in the room. And the next dog comes in, they don't even care because they're eating a little piece of hot dog. And this is their pattern. So they know how this goes. They know the way it's going to work. All you have to do is continue it. And every day you do this and they ignore each other, and they have the association with when we hang out together, we ignore each other because we get the best stuff in the world from our people who are supposedly in charge. Let's hope that you do the training stuff too, which is what makes them think that you're really in charge. All the stuff that we did before and that we videoed for you. So that really helps a lot. That's why we got results so quickly here, because we started off in the whole routine with the crate routines and sitting at doorways and all that kind of stuff. Whatever you can do, the more of that you can do, the better. But when they first came to us 10 days ago, they wanted to kill each other. So we had to undo that and get to this point. Roxy was the easiest of all of them to deal with. So I've got Belinda handling Roxy, because Belinda's not doesn't really do training, but she knows how to handle dogs. Darian does some training. So Darian's a young guy, and Bruce has a young owner that's a lot like Darian, except for Darian's hair is fluffier for some reason. But I'm just showing you that the dogs are like whatever when they're around each other. This is what they do when they're together in the room. And if they were to look at each other, you just take a bigger piece of hot dog. See how Bruce looked over and then looked back? And Darian is rewarding. Whenever Bruce looks over here and then looks back, reward. So it's become a pattern where he probably can't even help himself anymore. He notices, but then he looks back, he gets rewarded. So that's just a behavior pattern that every time we feed it that way, and we're literally feeding it, it gets stronger to where it's all about paying attention to you. He's looking up, he's making eye contact. It's all about the person that's handling him and not anything having to do with Murphy anymore. Murphy doesn't care about Bruce. These leashes aren't tight. It would be irresponsible for us to take the leashes off this early in the game. And I wouldn't want to show you how to do it without the leashes, because it's obviously going to be harder for you at home, because at your place, that's where they're used to doing all that bad stuff. So I really want you to use the leashes for safety for a while. And you're not going to take the leashes off until you're really sure that everything's different now. And what you'll do is you'll drop the leash. He's about to look back. Oh, there you go. Good boy. Like, I'm not holding the leash at all, but Murphy's just choosing to hang out with me. Why don't you call her back to you?
Come.
There you go. Actually, if you would, can you move a little bit closer but keep her there with you? So we're just kind of really in a tight little spot together. A little closer. Yeah, right there. Just keep her there with you. So we're all in this little tight area here, and everybody's getting their hot dogs, which is what they do now. They get hot dogs together. And right now, we're sitting where we're at, but tomorrow or yesterday, I may have started here, and Bruce may have started there, and Roxy was there, or we mix it up every time, and we switch around to different places in the room too. So you get them used to being good with each other no matter where they are in the room. So let's do that now. I'm going to go over there, and why don't you go over there with Bruce, okay? Come on, buddy. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on.
You want me to be over here? Or?
Yeah, you go there, and then Belinda can be where you were. And also, you don't have to do all three dogs together. You can do and watch out for Murphy, of course, because if he has an opportunity, he'll lift a leg. So before I bring Murphy into my house, I always make sure that he's out there for a while, so he gets his peeing out of his system. And I still watch him, because he just might do it because it's fun, because he's been used to lifting his leg so long in a house. But for the most part, if I let him be outside for 15 minutes before I come in here, I don't have much of a problem with peeing. But if I don't do that, I really have to watch him, because if he has to pee, he'll lift his leg on something. But you probably know that. So watch that, and the goal is that he never have another opportunity to do that, and he'll gradually, even though he's old, he'll gradually start to get more housebroken as time goes on. So we're still doing the same stuff, just mix it up. And like I said, you don't have to do all three dogs at once. You can just do 2 at a time if you want. That would be fine. And then we will show you all this in your living room when we deliver the dogs to you.